very smooth. So it's just like having them up. See how it just like jumps? That'll be running out. That jump. Oh, that's fucking, that's just jumping. You can see that's not...
Righto guys, so we're here at Agile with Willy. How you going, mate?
G'day guys.
So we're just going to show you a wee rundown of what we've been up to today. We took a few sort of sneaky videos of pretty much Willy just spinning some shit up on the lathe, but we'll just show you what we've been up to now.
Well, first,
So tell us, Willy, what have we done now?
well, first what we did is we put the diff in place and then we modified the factory drive shaft.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at that actually. No, we didn't. Oh, we did a little bit.
Well, we did a little bit. So we machined the S2000 spigot down a couple of mil. And then what we also did is we machined a spigot section into the Nissan Nissan drive flange and drilled some holes in it, and it's now a beautiful thing.
So now we're pretty much going to get away with just using the standard drive shaft with like pretty much very little to no modification. And even the bit we modified is like easily unbolted, then we can just swap another drive shaft in. If this this big drive shaft tube here doesn't save us. But yeah, so then we used a R200 subframe piece here, which like I was actually really keen on using like the factory mounting. Willy kind of agreed with me too, so hopefully get like a bit of strength in that. And because I've seen a few like S2000 diff swaps fail from the front mount, because that's where the standard S2000 goes there. And by the time you get to the points, it's just stuff breaks through easy. So this is where we're sort of at now, and we've got it as high as we can. Oh, can't really see you, but against the tank there. Ooh. And this is the mount that this is V3. We've got a few holes in it there just for moving it around.
A few speed holes.
Yeah, but just pretty much what's going to happen. So that's like a factory guard maybe, or I don't know. It's like a weird brace that just Honda things, like weird subframe brace things. So yeah, so we're going to incorporate that sleeve around this, weld everything up, and it should be bloody plenty strong enough. And we should be high enough here for the cups to not hit the drive shaft and all sorts of things like that. So I'll take this bloody torch out your eyes, and yeah, we'll come back and finish this off tomorrow, I think.
Exciting.
Sweet. Righto, so the video is a bit less organised since I'm working at Willy's workshop, and I don't really want to be wasting his time, but I'll show you guys what I've been getting up to. Got rid of the bloody clutch there. That's in preparation to put the twin plate on. I just want to gonna buy a brand new socket for those. That's like a multi-point 17, but my one's seen a few bloody rattle guns, so I want to use a new one for that so they don't slip. All the sump bolts are loose. I'm going to be able to take that sump off tomorrow to weld in the baffle, which I got for it, and also do the turbo drain up on the engine. And otherwise, she's all bloody done. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how that's turned out. Like really thick steel, incorporating the like Nissan sort of cross member, which like I said, I wanted to do. That laser cut piece at the back, some spacers. Bloody meant to live in there, to be honest. And now I'm just waiting for Jason's still to finish my hubs. Willy showed me how to use a press to change some bearings. Not something I've ever had to do in all my years for some reason. Never had to change a wheel bearing, so there you bloody go. But yeah, this is pretty much where it's at now. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get a clutch alignment tool from the lads at Garage 5. They're lending me that so I can put the twin plate on, and hopefully Willy's got some time to weld the baffle and that turbo drain. And then I've got here my old gearbox, if you can guess which one the old one is. Think I'm going to send that one through its paces first instead of blowing up my good one, really. But yeah, that's about it for today. I'm going to call it a night and see what we get up to tomorrow. Hey guys, day 5 here at the Agile workshop. Show you what we picked up today. And this box, look at these. Now, there's 3 because apparently one of them didn't come out quite as good as it could have. So Jason from Gear Cutting and Engineering wasn't happy with it, so he made me a whole nother one. It's still usable, but he just wasn't stoked with it. So I think this is it, actually. Maybe this one. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see in there. The splines are just a little bit scraped up. See? Yeah. That's what it looks like when it's kind of failed. And that's what it looks like when it hasn't. So today's mission, Jamie's coming around again today. He's going to give me some help. Whip these bad boys off, press a new bearing into it like that, and then chuck those hubs on. See how long the spacer is going to need to be for this drive shaft. Just bloody getting this last wee bad boy in. Look at that. More. Right there. Nice. Then what you want to do when you get a bit peckish, just want to grab your bloody, grab your hubs out of the... Welcome back to the old bloody shit, guys. Show you what I've been getting up to today. So Nick's come around and we finally figured out the position of the turbo and everything, and it's actually all gonna work out well, except maybe for this bit of the cable here. I think I'm just gonna leave it for now, and if it causes problems I need to actually, to be honest, probably relume it so it can go over top. There's not actually enough length, mainly in those cables down there, to get to the steering rack, and it's a big, like, man, it's like a 5mm cable that goes down in there, and there, that big plug, see that big plug? So, because it's such a big cable, it really needs to be run from like this computer all the way there, and it's a lot of admin. So that also does the headlights. I did like heat wrap this and alloy tape it and sort of pull it out the way, but it's still pretty bloody close, eh? But that's all done. We figure out the wastegate position. That's going to be pointing in a good direction away from the steering rack and everything, so we'll be able to run like the screamer pipe out through there and then sort of get rid of it later. Made that bung, but that's just a factory water hose. I could not find that. It's a M20 or M18 by 1, so I couldn't find anything for that, so I just welded the end of it and painted it black, and she's bloody hunky-dory. So got that there. That's going to fit all nice. I've just been looking at putting the oil cooler. It's going to sit in there like that. I was originally planning on having it sit where it is, but sideways with the fittings pointing down. But that's not going to be possible because that hood latch gets in the way. And I'm going to keep the hood latch because I'm not a fan of bonnet pins, because bonnet pins are a guaranteed way to smash your windscreen. And so I really prefer just the good old reliable hook there. So I just made a wee bracket that's going to go off there, and then I'll do something else about mounting sort of the bottom. I mean, that's just sort of wiggly at the moment because it's not even done up at the top, but that'll be alright. And then just need to get 2 more fittings because I had 90s for that. I need some straights now because they're just going to go up around the radiator, which sort of lines up with that rubber piece there, and go around there, and then come into that freshly painted sort of bracket that I've welded on there. and that's going to be my thermostat, which, yeah, this thing here. Just going to chuck that on. And the reason the cover's off is I started to do my valve springs, but realised that I need to change the valve stem seals to be able to change the springs. So in there, hiding, the base of the standard springs sits below the valve stem seal, so that's just a big pain in the ass, but hopefully I've got some friends helping me out with getting some new ones of those next week, and then yeah, check them out. I did have like I bought this actually, I'll show you guys. I was like hunting around for ages. You can get like specific F20C like valve spring compressing tools, but I got this, so pretty much there's the diagram of how it works, and it actually bolts on real well. So you have like these swivels. Won't go too much into detail, but it's awesome. APCO, if you want to buy one of these, well, feel free to borrow mine. To be honest. What else can I show you? Mounted up the intercooler. That's a lie. It's being held up by cardboard and foam at the moment. But that's where that's going to sit, so I was just checking that it's going to fit in there nice, and it's going to fit real good. I don't even think we have to trim the bumper. Just going to make some brackets that go off the end here, like 90 up into that. Bolts. Bloody Bob's your uncle. And yeah, all cool there. That there. Radiator will fit. Turbo fits in there nicely. Intercooler pipe's going to go down there and come up from there. I've had Jamie's given me a hand again. Get rid of delete the air pump and stuff. That's all normally hangs out in this corner here. I'll show you if I find it. I don't even know where we put it. This bloody. What's that of this? So that's like emissions. Sneaky early 2000s emissions. Just dilute the air with an air pump and you pass emissions. Bloody onto it. Honda's not the only one that's done that, so it's worked well. What else can I tell you? That's pretty much all I've really done today, other than sort of getting the car home and getting it there. Did actually trim this up as well, so you'll notice the seat doesn't actually bounce anymore. Just need to get a nice wee blade, trim that, and I had to put some tape on it because it's white plastic and steel below that, so that's just like a nice wee bit of tape, and boom, have the other seat sort of half ready. Just going to use the NZKW mount for that. Just going to get some bolts and nuts and things like that. And it's the harness, some more paint and stuff like that. The block fitting that I had was good, that fit. Yeah, so that's about it for today. And I'm going to get back, hopefully finish that. Well, actually I won't finish the oil line stuff tomorrow because I don't have the fittings, but I'll get those fittings and mess around with some more stuff really. Maybe work that diff out. I think I've shown you guys sort of enough under there, pretty sure. If not, I'll go over it later on. But yeah, that's it for now. See you next. It's now next. So on next, I'll show you what I'm getting up to today. Not really a hell of a lot actually. I've pissed around today. Had a few call outs, so I just went and did those, but in here, need to fit this one. So yeah, well, let's just sneakily unbox this. What we'll find very quickly. Oh, it comes with a new bloody sock. Normally they're no bloody good though, but yeah. So the only real issue is that this is frickin' massive. I'll get it out of the bag actually. There we go. So yeah, need to kind of put that in there. Well, this kind of. I'm actually lucky it might fit. At least in that other part of the body. Maybe not the big part in there, but in there. So yeah, and then run the plug. Pretty much going to drill. Got these terminals to drill holes into here. To not rely on this factory wiring because it's pretty. You can see it there. It's pretty bloody thin. So just new terminal posts, which I don't think I've actually got on me, but I'll have a look. Like I said, not getting much done today because I need some more those fittings that I talked about yesterday, and I didn't really feel like starting to do the line routing until I've got everything because I may as well wait for that. I don't think it's going to take too long. So as soon as I got my straight fittings instead of those 90s, I'll just like probably tomorrow afternoon actually smash out the lot. But that'll be for next week's video. I think I'll mess around with that pumper now, and I'll just see you next time. So see you later.